I'm going in. We don't do all of that talking, bro, we going in. Yeah, everything's a go when I'm on the end. Gangsta, 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 where I begin. I'm going in. We going in. It ain't no sit down, fuck talking. Ain't no chit chat, you touch mine, it's fuck yours. Get my lick back, we pulled up and doubled down. Yeah, we hit back, then party hard and drink up, nigga. Let's...
Yo.
Yo.
How are you doing tonight, bro?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. How about yourself, man?
I am doing amazing. I am currently in the hotel with our boy Ken, that does all our shorts and stuff. So he came up to North Carolina, come hang out for a little bit, and we over here just having a ball. He's going to try to get me some more stuff set up before he heads out, too.
Okay. Well, that's what's up, man. Well, we want to say to the viewers that we do have on, happy freaking New Year. Happy 2024. Hope everybody's doing live and well. And welcome to Kick Stands Down with your main man, Trouble, a.k.a. Left Lane Bully. Who you be, bro?
Of course, everybody already knows. It's that one guy, Frost, coming at you, doing what we do, trying to give y'all a new perspective. I got to say Happy New Year to everybody, all the followers, all that kind of stuff. And tonight, we have a very special show going on. We're going to hit a couple different topics, couple different subjects, but we're going to be interviewing someone who does some really great stuff out here. And, it was an honor to talk to him the other day, get to know the gentleman. We was on the phone for 2.5 hours just chopping it up. And it was a great conversation, a lot of knowledge going back and forth. So I'm excited for it. I know you excited for it because you've already talked to him too.
Absolutely.
So let me change this layout real quick. So whenever we pop them up, we will have it how we need it. And I want everyone to, give a shout out to Surf from We Ride Bikers for Life.
What's up, brother?
Peace. Hopefully y'all can hear me.
I got a little bit of a lag with you, bro.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna come up close. All right, see here. That's a little better.
A little bit.
All right. I'm adjusting the volume.
There's an echo. Is there two? Okay.
Yeah, I'm adjusting my volume. Okay.
You good, man?
I got mine all the way up.
As everybody already knows, we always have technical difficulties here.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody give me pardon the dry face because I barely got any sleep last night. While everybody was partying, I was some new art pieces.
You said you was working on some new art pieces? We lost volume with you, brother.
Okay. So, Surf, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to bring you back in and see if that will help reset it. I don't know if it's your Wi-Fi or your signal or whatever, but it's got a lot of choppiness, and I want to make sure everybody hears what you say. All right, so let's try this.
While you working on that, hey, what's up, chat? I see y'all out there, Heather. What's good with you? Happy New Year. Javille, Happy New Year. Red, what's happening? Happy New Year. Tasha, how you? How you? Happy New Year. We're gonna get him straight because this man right here, I'm kind of excited about the interview process because I had a chance to talk to him for about 40 minutes yesterday, and great convo. Great convo, positivity. I don't want to give it away. I want him to tell his story, but the man got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? And to be doing what he's doing and where he's located at is crazy. It's awesome. So yeah, hopefully we can get the volume control together. And I think he might had probably the show on or something too, bro, because it sounds like it was like going back and forth for a little bit.
He might have. Um,
Yeah.
I resent him the link. So
Okay. So while we're waiting on that, do want to give out the disclaimer. Thank you, Red. Before we dive into anything, this is Kickstands Down. These are our thoughts and opinions only. They do not have any direct effect on our clubs, prospective clubs, or who we may or may not support. Once again, this is Kickstands Down, our thoughts and opinions only. So while we're waiting on that, I got y'all. Ghost Eagle, what's happening? Happy New Year. So while we're waiting on my man to come back here, man. Hey, how was y'all New Year? What y'all do? Me personally, I didn't do anything. I took up shots. I shot a couple of rounds. Not gonna say where I did that at because it's none of your business. But just know that I had fun doing it. But yeah, I didn't partake in these streets this year, man. Didn't really feel up to it. But what you end up doing?
man, I've been hanging out with Ken, since he came into town, and I took his bike for a little bit, and went for a ride, did some repairs on it, helped him out a little bit, but man, it's actually been fun chilling with him. He's amazing, and seeing the backstage stuff that he does as far as the
Yeah,
production for these shorts and stuff, it's crazy because this man's all about that work on that computer. Like, I was
come
trying
on
to get him
now.
to come out with me. He's like, "Nah, man, I got to get these videos done." He's like, "I'll holler at you in a little bit." He's like, "Here, just take the bike and go have fun." I'm like, "What? Come on, bro." So he's
That's
all about
crazy.
that business. So that makes me feel really good. What's up,
Yeah,
Ghost? I see you down there.
yeah, that's what's up, though, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Is William about good?
I am checking with him now. Once I exit to check with him, though, y'all can't hear me, so I had to come back.
Okay, cool. Well, I keep it going. So like I said, I don't want to give away too much info. I want that man to say what he does. But he does do portraits, right? Amazing artwork. Um, he is a
Clothing.
tattoo artist, clothing, airbrush, like an amazing job, man. He's been doing it for a long time. I'll just put it that way. He has some artwork down in the Tampa area, actually original artwork. Um, and I'm kind of stoked because I'm going down to Tampa next weekend, so I get a chance to see it in person, take some pictures, and say that I know the guy who actually did it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to get started. Ready to get it started, baby.
Here he
Uh
goes.
oh.
Here he goes. All right.
Let's get it. Surf, you're back in, baby. Can you hear?
All right. Hopefully we go through because the phone was acting stupid. It wasn't. It's saying that the browser was blocked on my mic and camera, so I have no idea what that was.
Okay. Definitely sounds a little bit better though.
Okay. I have to get it in as best as I can. Looking at it now on my phone, and it was saying the browser has to do something with the settings or something.
It says unblock your mic and camera.
It was like it said it was blocked. What I had to do was I had to I guess reset or something. I don't know if it's the mobile browser that has to be installed, but I'm going to at least try it while I'm on here because I'm learning this as I go. But if you guys can hear me,
Understood.
cool.
Understood. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
You're
great.
choppy, but we got
Great.
sound.
Okay. I'll try to get as close to you to this microphone as I possibly can so you all won't have no issues.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So
You're
why don't
not
we
playing this while you're doing it, are you? Because it might be the feedback that's causing that.
Okay. Yeah, because it's like a small delay from what I'm hearing. Let me see this. I'm looking at on the bottom of the screen. It says mic, cam, chat. Let's see. I'm gonna
you
hit.
said
I'm
it
gonna
has
hit the
chat on the
mic and see
screen?
if it adjusts. Yeah, I'm looking dead at it. It says a mic. Then it has cam, like camera, chat, and then of course it says leave if you want to leave.
Yeah, that's just a regular screen. That's perfectly fine. That's just a link
Okay.
that you're in on. But you don't have
Okay.
it playing
I
anywhere else,
got
though,
it.
right?
No, I do not.
Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. So we'll go ahead and try to go ahead and get started. So we got William, I think is it Riles?
Yeah, correct. You said it
Right.
correctly.
AKA Surf. All right. So
Yep.
why don't you go ahead and dive in with our viewers that we do have on, man, and let them know a little bit about yourself. Where you're located at, what do you do, and how did you get involved in what you're doing?
All right. First and foremost, my name is William Surf Riles, aka Rael, and I am in Chicago. I am the first quote unquote African American. I can also say Aboriginal because I'm Choctaw by bloodline. Um, biker artist, and I created a art series that was based upon the quote unquote African American biker experience called We Ride Biker for Life. And I did it in 2013 with a 3 foot by 3 foot piece called We Ride Cowboys, which was in honor of the Buffalo Soldiers and the history of the black biker and our contributions to the biker industry in the form of choppers. And the picture was a simple piece that I did to fill a space in my shop. I'm an airbrush artist of 36 years. And people asked about the painting, and I said I wasn't going to sell the painting, but I'll make a small poster if they were interested in it. And then it turned into a movement literally 6 months later. And on February 14th, 2014, I decided to push the brand We Ride Biker for Life, a club known as Immortal Souls out in Kansas City, which was one of my huge supporters, including Ken Cycles, because everybody knew me for doing tattoos. I've been a tattoo artist since 1994. So I was the ride thing and painting and doing a few other things that everybody knew me for. And from there, a movement began. A movement began. And in July. I got the message. Hopefully won't be glitching. In July of 2014, I got my first sale for shirts and a few paintings, and that just really kicked it off. And literally 70 days later, everything came crashing, and the name was cancer, colon cancer. So that's chapter one.
Wow. Wow. And that's just chapter one. And I do remember our conversation. We talked about the cancer. So could you give us chapter one, page one of the cancer? Not so much details, but what happened with that? Do you still have cancer? Are you cancer free? And how was that journey?
As of now, in about another 3 months, well, 2 months, I'll be 7 years cancer free. But it did come with some penalties, I must admit. But I'll be 7 years cancer free come March 15th. And the way that happened was unusual according to the statistics of colon cancer, because I was pretty much a healthy person. Very observatory of what I ate and what I put in, but this situation was more stress related. The very first thing that I read when I was in the hospital was my condition was more stress related than not eating right, smoking or drinking, because I didn't smoke or drink. And the freaky part about it, and I'm going to say the freakiest part about it, was this was found out by having a polyp, just one polyp that they noticed. Most of the time when people have this, they have multiple polyps. I only have one. Okay, so keep that in mind for those who want to know more about colon cancer. And I passed out in my store due to rectorial bleeding. And I thought I got shot. That's how much blood came out of me.
Wow.
So if you can imagine,
Wow.
you waking up in the washroom on the floor and you see blood all over the place and you thinking you got shot, it's a scary experience. And when I got to the hospital, thankfully a buddy of mine who worked at the hospital gave me some info, because he was in health and wellness. And when the first paragraph I read, it blew me. And that was, my condition could have been reduced by simply doing a colon cleanse every 3 months. That's it.
What?
That's it. What? That's it. That's it. Because as we continue talking, I'm going to break that down for you guys. I'm going to give you all a little secret about fighting cancer and how you can do it effectively in 120 days. So I promise you guys, I'm going to give you that gift. I believe anytime I'm online, if I talk about anything, after that conversation, you should see the results in an hour. So that's what I teach my clients, because I'm now a health counselor.
Y'all pay attention now. Y'all getting some treats tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor to have Surf up here. He's giving you his story, and yes, Red, he is a tattoo artist as well. Uh, but this man just said he was going to drop a nice little treat, so I'm all for it. So before we get to the treats, we got to give them some more information, man. We can't just be giving them no treats yet.
So look, this bro was on the phone with me, and I was so shocked by something that he said that, like, I didn't know nothing about it. And he was talking about eating with your blood type.
That's correct.
Hey, sir, do us a favor. If you're not speaking, let's try to mute the mic and see if the reverb doesn't come.
Okay.
All right. I think that might fix it. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
that
We'll see
helps
in just
out.
a second.
Yeah,
But yeah, he told me while we was on the phone, and I was like, wait, hold up. He said, people eat outside of their blood type, and you really need to eat within your blood type. And he broke it all down for me, and the way that he did it, he compared it to a motorcycle, bro. And I was like, I had no clue what he was talking about, but the ability that this man has to be able to take it from blood types and medical stuff and then switch it over to motorcycle related stuff to be able to break it down for me was incredible. I was shocked. I was like, yo, see, this is what I was talking about. Whenever you meet somebody, everyone is a mentor at some point because you're always going to learn something. You might not know that you're going to use it, but you're going to learn it. And
absolutely,
I was shocked by that.
absolutely. I want to hear the story, man.
Well, well, basically, the if you have a Harley Davidson, you don't use anything outside of a 93 octane, or depending on the type of engine you got. I know for the bikes, if they race, and your body operates in the same manner. So, using a quick example of that, remember this: every 45 minutes, your blood goes through your entire body, and it gives it what is called a diagnostic check. Okay. After 45 minutes, then your body starts to react, whereas digestion, waste removal, etc. But everything that happens within that 45 minutes, it communicates with your brain. Your brain sends messages back out to the body parts in order for it to operate effectively. Okay. So if you are eating the right foods according to your blood type, that means that when the body recognizes what you put in it, it's able to break it down on time to give the body what it needs to function properly. Okay. And what's left over, just like if like gas, it comes out in vapor, body is. So you're having a proper flow of your body doing its job so that you can operate effectively, just like your bike. When your bike has the right oil, has the right gas, spark plugs, wiring harnesses, the batteries charged properly, you're going to flow the way you need. And depending on the engine type, you're going to get the power that you need. Body does the same thing, but it all starts with the blood. So when your blood is clean, your blood is feeding your cells everything that it needs, the nutrients. Okay. And if you eat superfoods or foods that are high in alkalinity numbers from an 8.0 to a 10.5, then that means that you're going to get what is called the octane boost, the same way that you put octane boost in your gas to give your bike that extra performance. Simple as that. So I just broke it down to where a person who fixes bikes can understand it a lot easier. Now, the more you do this, just like any vehicle, you have a period where you have to change the oil, your fluids, whatever you need to do, so that the next ride you make, if you're going to go long distance, you don't have any problems. Well, a detox every 120 days is the equivalent to doing a tune-up on your motorcycle. Same thing. It's the same ritual. What I like to do when I do a consultation or I talk to somebody who's having a health issue, and I'll just use cancer as an example. Most of the cancers that are developed come from three different issues. what you're eating, your environment, and your discipline of not knowing how your body functions. So I go through that course, and my objective is after 5 months, you're a graduate. You learned everything you need to learn, just like in the MC community. And I'll get into that too. You go through your prospect stage. You may be a hang around, but then you may turn to a prospect. Then you go through your stages in order for you to MC correctly. Pretty much same thing.
See, ain't that
Your
crazy?
your food is your communicator. And when it goes to your body, if it communicates properly, your body's going to let you know, man, I appreciate that. Yes, that's what I needed. Right on point. And then sometimes your body will let you know what it needs. And this is how intelligent the human body is. And I'll give you all a story. Back in 2015, I just got out the hospital the second time. And this is going through my, I'm going to call it my 120-day process. This is when I learned about how this stuff works effectively. And my elder, he's no longer here. He had always checked up on me every day. He checked up on me. How you feeling? I can remember that conversation like clockwork. How you feeling? Like, I'm good. But I got out the hospital finding out what I did wrong in my regimen. I immediately noticed that I was hungry all the time. Mind you, I was 30 pounds underweight. I just got back maybe 15, 16 pounds back. I was okay, but I wasn't hungry. After this regimen, my metabolism started to change. I started eating a lot more. I only eat once a day, but he had explained to me, you need to do this 3 times a day. And I broke it down to him and said, sir, I only eat once a day. He said, well, you can eat 1 meal 3 times. And he broke that down to me. Now I'm going to show you all something. Cancer cells operate the same way. So what he was doing was he was giving me my regimen at a particular time of the day to fight the cancer cells off. That's why he wanted me to do it 3 times a day. So cancer cells grow, redevelop every 2 weeks, whereas a natural cell grows every 30 days. So the cancer cell, being more aggressive, has a faster lifespan because if it doesn't dominate, it's going to die. All right? So the regimen that he gave me was poisoning the cancer cells slowly so it wouldn't have an advantage to get away from the area that was being, quote unquote, remedied of the problem. And after 120 days, which was 8 cycles of a cancer cell, by the time the cancer cell went through that 8th cycle, it pretty much was producing dead cancer cells. Now, why would the doctor tell you about that? We already know the answer, but we ain't gonna go there.
We can't afford to go right there right now.
So this was the technique that my elder taught me. And that was stage 1. So when I got out of the hospital in 2015, this was my 2nd round. I was on the regiment, but I'm not gonna lie, I just started We Ride Biker for Life. I was already in the mindset of if I die, I'm gonna have 7 murals to this collection, so people remember me. And every picture that I did, it was people that I knew. Now, prior to this, nobody except a few people knew I had cancer. I didn't say anything. Everybody found out that I had cancer due to a biker meeting that we had, and I can talk about it now. We had a conflict with a former club, and I was the chaplain of our club. I was basically the national chaplain of our club. So I'm kind of the peacemaker. So I rode on my bike to the meeting and everything. And after the meeting was dispersed, two of the guys got into it. And I'm trying to break up the fight. In which when they broke up, I almost passed out in front of everybody. So they're like, "You okay?" But everybody kind of knew I was losing weight. But they didn't know I had cancer. So everything changed after that. So after this gathering, my body started changing. Now, mind you, I'm on this regimen now. I'm beginning to gain weight. So I went from 15 to 20 pounds. And then I went from 165 pounds to July of 2015. I was 183 pounds, solid muscle. The regimen showed exactly what it was supposed to do. The tumor that was in my colon actually shrunk in half because of the regimen. Okay. We got all the way until 2016. Again, I'm not going to tell y'all something that y'all can't use. When you are going through this, you have to be careful of the people that you are around and how they cook, because everybody don't cook like you do. And I ended up getting hospitalized again in 2016. I lost 40 pounds in 72 hours because I ate something that wasn't cooked all the way. The tumor busted in the hospital. I was hospitalized for 10 days. I was 139 pounds when I left the hospital. I'll send y'all the pictures and everything. And they didn't think I was going to make it. They didn't think I was going to make it. So imagine you going through all of this. You going through this regimen. You're doing this diet. You see any improvement, and then you get hospitalized for one simple mistake. And trust me, it was rough. It was rough, man, because as a man, I just got this line up. I'm doing this We Ride thing. People are following it. We done made 2 years. I'm doing all this work. I'm loving it. And now I'm back in the hospital again. I was just about to start working again. This is like raft number 2, y'all. I was supposed to move to Florida, doing my airbrush business with my god brother out there, because he's a beast on upholstery in Pinellas Park, Florida. That's by St. Pete. That got taken down. Then a year later, I get myself back up. I get the job again, and then this happens. So man, I'm like, come on. And then I got back on my program, man. I had to move in with my sisters. I was living with my biker brother, and then shout out to Glenn Taylor Blank. He's a chosen few. He gave me a place to stay because I was nearly homeless. He gave me a place to stay. Then I moved in with my sisters, and I got back on the regimen again. And every day I would do videos showing people what I'm doing and how it works. Of course, everybody ain't gonna believe you because, like, yeah, you almost got such. You was doing all that, and you still didn't work. 2 years later, I took my sister to take a picture of me to send to my sister who was kept asking, why didn't I do chemo? And I'm gonna tell you the chemo story with the doctor too. They saw how I looked in a tank top. And my sister put it on Facebook, and I never forget this. This picture may not mean much to you all, but to us, it means everything, because 2 years ago, I thought I was going to lose my brother. And when he said he was going to go all natural, I thought he was crazy. Well, this picture shows that he was right. There it is. And that same year, I did a video about my cancer story. And I actually have it, if you all don't mind. I want to show everybody this. If you got cancer, you need to get this immediately. Okay? I did a video talking about my cancer story and what I used and how I met the late, great Dr. Sabi and my elder, and they put me on. And I took the information extremely to heart. And the stuff that I used, the doctors kept saying the cancer never spread. It stayed in one spot. What was you doing? And I never talked about it. Okay. The item that I use is called soursop. Okay, and it was a regimen that my elder gave me to do, and I talked about it on this video. That video has reached 7 million people. And before I knew it, I was a TikTok celebrity. People follow the regimen. I've helped 10 people reverse cancer, prostate cancer, and colon cancer. I've helped people get over the side effects of chemotherapy and radiation. I've had over 200 and close to 280 people that I helped get COVID out of their bodies in 72 hours. I had one case of lung cancer. I actually talked to him. He recovered after we got him on a regimen in 40 days. The tumor shrunk 80%. His lungs was clean 90%. I still got the pictures. My greatest story was my sister. She had multiple strokes. If you saw her today, you would know it. Just off of a simple thing that I learned. So I'm grateful for the experience of helping people because they're doing the work. And that's the key. You got to do the work. You got to put in the work. You don't put in the work, you're not going to see the results.
Yeah, I believe it. And you got an actual witness up here, man. Low budget fisherman said I used to use it. Trust me, he ain't lying. It works.
And so I'm just grateful that people been paying attention. If they paying attention and they're doing the work, they'll see results. But usually 5 months of your life. Dedicate 5 months of your life. 21-day detox first. 21. Do that first. And then go get yourself checked out. Because what they're saying you may have, you may not have. Now, all of this happened to me within a 2-year time span, but it took 5 years for me to perfect it. And now the product is called Ammo Packs. And I'm promoting it on the biking community, excuse me, and Power Water. The Power Water is my version of a natural alternative for chemotherapy and radiation. If you are scared to go through that process, my product is the natural alternative. And all I ask is you do 21 days and get yourself checked out. I had a lady whose numbers, her cancer numbers was at 43.5. Before the month was over, they went down to an 11.
Wow.
I know it works. I know it works.
So are you
And that's
talking
not no
about
side job. It's not just, I'm sorry, go ahead.
are you talking about like a basic detox, or are you talking about like a fast style detox? Because you know when you fast, you give up a lot as well. And if you're talking about a regular detox, you know that's changing your diet, your drink, your all the intake and everything to get the proper outflow. But with a fast, you actually like go hours or days or whatever, you know how it goes. So which way are you talking about as far as the 21 days?
Okay, it's the basic. You have a basic detox. Well, I have a detox camp. Actually, I have a winter detox camp going on now. I've been doing it for 2 years. But the program is different for everybody. So, for example, if you're just trying to lose weight, I wouldn't make the water for you the same way that I would make the water for somebody that has prostate cancer. That's two totally different situations. Your water, including your powders, including your dietary plan, I put that together specifically for you. And that's the same way that my elder made my supplements and my food program specifically for me because he knew what my blood type was. So I will make your plan based upon your blood type. And then there will be certain key days that I'm waiting to hear from you on. So I'm paying attention. The day the parasites came out of my body was the day that my elder said, now pay attention to your body now. And they came out, Lord have mercy, it came out in 21 days exactly, because I got notes, I got all my notes from 8 years ago. Okay. The day that it happened, they came out of me for 4 whole days. And he was like, now the healing begins. I wrote that I got it in my book. I wrote about it in my book. Now, hopefully I have it published and finished out by March. Don't worry, I got y'all. I got y'all. But they came out for 4 whole days, man. And after a week later, man, I was flying. I was Superman. I felt so much better. Concentration, focus, my energy, my whole vibration was different. And he explained that to me. That the parasites are like little puppy dogs, untrained, doing whatever they want to do, urinating and boo-booing all over the place. And your body is the playground. And if you know what a baby goes through when you don't change a baby's diaper, it gets diaper rash from the feces and the urine. And that's what's going on with our bodies. We're getting attacked by these parasites that they're just all over the place. And whatever you have left over in your body, the waste, that's their food. And it sits and settles, and you may have bloating, your stomach may feel gassy, you're passing gas on a regular basis, you got bad breath, your sinuses are out of whack. It's because they have basically poisoned your bloodstream. And that's what the power water does. It cleans out your bloodstream. And once the 21-day cycle is done, you'll begin to notice that you may see little entities coming out your body because they've been attacked, along with the diet that I tell people to do. And when you see that happen, that's when most of the symptoms that they're saying you have, that the doctor's saying you have, you really didn't have it. You just need to clean out your body by cleaning your blood first. Because the blood, that's where the life is. You clean that, your cells recognize it. Your cells get the energy similar to a 5-hour energy drink times 10, just the natural version. And now you a brand new person. And that's what I learned. That's what I taught, and that's what I give. And I express to people, listen, I'm not trying to get people to shop with me every month. I want to teach you all this stuff so after 5 and 6 months, you guys know what you all need to do. Now, there's a cost for it, but my cost will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Facts.
Hundreds of
And
thousands
I
of
love it,
dollars.
man. I love it, man.
And you
It's a
can keep it.
question up here. Oh, go ahead. You good?
I can hear you. What was that?
Okay. I was about to say there was a question. Um, where did it go? Red had asked it. She said, "Oh yeah. So do you still go by the regiment to this day?" That's one question. And then Low Budget had asked a question as well. Um, can we get the link to check this out? This is something we all need to get on in 2024. Healthier living for us all. Correct. And then Red had said, and this is important to the biker lifestyle because unfortunately the biker's lifestyle can be on unhealthy lifestyles. Correct. Very, very, very much true.
You can, if you guys are on YouTube, you can go to the We Ride for a Cure page. It's We Ride for a Cure. You'll see it. It's a cancer ribbon with a motorcycle handlebars on it. And I have 10 videos on there. And if you want to get up with me, I can give y'all the number here. I left a link onto the YouTube page where you can reach out to me directly and you can actually see the products that I promote. And it's 10 videos on there that breaks down the basics of what people need to know, including eating according to your blood type.
So
Yeah.
I want to let everybody know that on the Kickstands Down podcast page on Facebook and on all of our links here in YouTube, I'm going to get all the links from Surf so we can make sure that we are able to get that information out to those that want it.
And it's nothing complex, y'all. It's nothing complex. I broke it down. It's very easy to do. The main thing I ask everybody to do is when you start, dedicate 21 days first, and then dedicate 4 months of your life. Get a calendar, get a notepad. If you all need consultations, I do consultations. I do have packages. You will benefit from it. It's not going to break your pockets, I promise you. But I promise you you guys will see the results. You guys will see the results. And being that we are in the biker community, we got a huge problem in our community. And it's called fast food. Because we're so quick. Once we gas up or we go into an annual, and I got a thing out here. Everybody in Chicago, they know me. I got this little thing. I got a jokey joke on the show. Like I do a report, and that is I said, newsflash, Chosen Breed's food was on point tonight. Shout out to the cook, right? Or I'll be like, I'll go into like, now y'all know everybody don't eat pork. So how y'all gonna have these Polish sausages up in here? You know I'm gonna talk about y'all. I'm putting y'all on blast, right? So when they have an annual, I send a text message. We Ride Biker for Life wants to know what is the food menu for tonight. I'm going in. Because they know I'm healthy. I'm like, okay, now do you think this is healthy? Do y'all think this? Come on, man. I'm going to mess with everybody. They know it. I'm like, dude, you 300 pounds. Come on, bruh. All right. So I'm serious about that, especially with COVID. That we lost 40 people in 2 months just off of COVID on the set. Something to think about. Okay. 10 people within a year and a half in Chicago died of strokes on the set. And all they had to do was get you some cayenne pepper and some water, put the cayenne pepper underneath the tongue, and in 10 seconds, it'll stop the stroke. This is what I want to bring to the community, not just here, but abroad. And I have not seen anybody in the biker community yet talk about this subject matter. And it bothers me.
So I want to say real quick, Struggle made a post earlier talking about the first Monday of every month he wants to do a mental health awareness thing. So what we're gonna do is on the first of every month, we're gonna talk about health issues and getting it right mentally, physically, all that. Seeing as you know everything about the physical stuff because you have already ran me through all of it. How would
Mute
you
your
go
mic, sir.
about handling the physical part of everything?
No problem. We gonna talk anyway. So I got to get you guys some shirts. So we gonna talk anyway. Um, whatever the subject matter is, I like to just kind of prep beforehand. That way I can have my notes. I have my laptop. So if like any key notes that people need to write down, I can send it to them. Hey, check this link out, this and that. That way everybody, I'm more prepared because you never know who may have a question. But I'm down for it. I'm down. I'm down.
Works for me, man. Works for me. If you don't mind, sir, mute your mic real quick.
Okay.
I had the I had the opportunity today to actually go on my live and do the first episode, right? So I know that we do our Kick Stands Down podcast every Monday. Besides, like if something happens, work or whatever the case may be, holiday, whatever the case may be. But I know that I wanted to start that. So implementing you inside of that, and amongst some other people too. I have a guy by the name of Tim Price who's going to actually help me out next month. We're gonna chop it out, chop it up. Excuse me. But I think that a double play like that on the first Mondays for the people who didn't catch it earlier, they can catch it in the afternoon. And the importance of it is that it's going to be online. So there's a constant replay that you can always do, like share, subscribes on your platform as well as our platform and whether other people's platforms. So this right here, the reason why it was so important to me is because, like you just said, a lot of people pass away from COVID, right? A lot of people pass away from heart attacks and things of that nature, mental health, taking themselves out, whatever the case may be. No judgment zone here. They're gone now, right? However, people are still, like myself, are trying to cope through it. So with that being said, how can we, with us three right here and everybody else who's going to chime in, how can we try to change the narrative, so to speak, in the community, right? And since we're in the biker community, what you're doing is awesome. What we're doing is awesome. And I'm glad that we're actually having an opportunity to join forces together and create something totally different that nobody's ever done. I haven't seen this done before. I've seen conversations about it though. You see what I'm saying? But to have it repetitive and we're going to keep pushing it out, pushing it out, pushing it in people's ears until it's like, okay, you know what? Such and such said they had COVID. Wait a minute. Surf and them was just talking about that. Let me send you the link. You see what I'm saying? So I'll be ecstatic to actually have this conversation off the air, and we prep for next month, and then the oncoming months is only what 12 months out of a year, once a month. You know what I'm saying, that we're going to actually be doing it. However, it's much needed because you'll never know where it can go from here. You've already got to start on it. You know what I'm saying? Your background on it, your education on it. I could actually sit here and talk to you all damn night, but we can't hold everybody up. But but your education that you bring to the table and the product. You know what I'm saying? So you're not just talking, and then low budget fisherman jumped in and said, "Hey, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. I done did it." You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for actually willing to have this conversation with us on our platform. Thank you for. I know we had some technical difficulties, everybody, earlier, but if you go back and watch it, I promise you won't be disappointed. It's a different outlook. It's 2024. We're trying to start off right. We're trying to be healthier. We're trying to talk more. We're trying to communicate more. We're trying to understand people more. But we're not going to force it on you. You got to be willing to. You got to be willing to put the work in. You got to be willing to want to listen. You got to be willing to want to, go through the motions. Like you said, it's not hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, it does cost to be a boss. So nothing is free out here. I mean, our air that we breathing ain't free. It comes with a health issue sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So let's redirect our wrongs if we can and move forward. Mike is all yours, brother.
Yeah. Okay, it just kicked in. Uh, basically, uh, I know we doing the health thing. I don't get on the bike stuff too. I still got biker stories too. Uh, basically, if anybody is interested in the services that I provide, start off with the consultation. Okay, that's the easiest. It's an hour. It's $45. Get a notepad because you're gonna learn a lot. You can call me at. Does it? Can I put my number on there?
Absolutely, sir. You can dial your number in there right now if you want.
If you want me to put it on there on the ticker, I will.
Okay.
Yep.
You all heard
Yeah.
773-551-2904. You can text me. I like everybody to text first. 773-551-2904. You set up a time. Basically, I ask your name, your height, age. If you know your blood type, good. If you don't, it's okay, but find it. You need to have that anyway. And what are your health goals? Then I'll create a folder for that person. And then you set the day when you want to do the consultation. Okay. The basic consultation package is $45. That's for the consultation. If you want to do the complete package, it's $150. You get 2 months supplies and you get 2 consultations. Okay. So you're winning. All right. And I keep up with everybody on that folder. So every 3 to 7 days, you report or I call you. Okay. And pretty much right then and there, it's going to explain everything that's going on, what you need to do, what are your objectives. And you're going to have, and when you keep your notes, you got notes. So guess what? You're learning. You are now a student. If you intend on going through the entire 5 months, you're going to school. It's roughly $250 a month. That's everything,
And
including the consultation. Okay.
and and real talk. I hate to jump in, but if you don't mind muting real quick, sir. Real quick, guys. This information that is being told tonight, he just said in between $45 to what 150, right? So how much is your life worth? So let's think about it on that end. Okay, before anybody, oh my gosh, that's a lot. This, that, and the third. This man is really not charging. He's charging pennies on the dollar here. I mean, I could spend $45 on going out to eat right now. I can spend $150 on a pair of shoes. But is that plate that I'm going to eat going to put my life in danger? Or are these pair of shoes going to be stolen one day? You know what I'm saying? Let's put it in perspective here. So, like, he just gave you a dollar amount that is very feasible. Very feasible. And the only reason why I wanted to say something is because in our community, a lot of people don't, they want a discount. You know what I'm saying? But can you discount your arteries? Can you discount your heart? Can you discount your colon, your blood? Like, what is that worth to you? So if you know that you're having some issues, this is why I had my live today. If you know you're having some issues, right? Even if you don't want to say it online, guess what? We got telephone numbers, we got inboxes, Troubles Corner, Troubles with a Z, Corner with a K at gmail.com. At K stands down. Mr. Surf has his information up here. Telephone number, text message. How many times we text throughout the day? Come on, people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to force anything on you, but I'm just ecstatic about the information I'm getting right now because there's a brother that's gone from here that I can't get back and nobody can get back. And I wish that this information was said so that maybe possibly that life could have been saved. You see what I'm saying? But we're going to move forward and we're going to continue to try to save other lives by communicating, working on our mental health, working on our physical attributes, working on our body, cleansing our blood type. I'm going to get me. I don't know my blood type, but I'm going to get it. and I'm going to contact Surf, and I'm going to do what I got to do, and I'm going to videotape it. I'm going to do it. I promise you I will. So with that being said, hey, listen, I want Mr. Surf to leave all his information. Once again, we already have We Ride on the ticker. We have his number on the ticker, but I do want him to jump back in before we close it out tonight and just give his information, his Facebook information, and YouTube and whatever else he can give us tonight before we have to end the show. Back on you.
Before he does that, I do want to get on here and say, bro, Surf, Trouble, y'all don't even know. I'm already getting messages. I'm already getting requests. We need a part two. Everybody's already wanting to know about that. They want to keep getting some of this information and everything. So hopefully, we can make that work. We can be able to pull it off. And, as all of us here can agree, all three of us are out here together, along with all the other channels that you guys can find in the links on the YouTube. So we're out here with all these people trying to use the voices that we was given to better the community as a whole, and not only the community but the individuals within that community. So there's a lot of people that don't have access to some of this information. People like us are able to give that, so I do appreciate it. Hopefully we can get that part two, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about all your links and contacts and all that stuff.
All right. Okay. You all want to check out my products? You all can go to the YouTube page. It's called We Ride B.F.L. And you'll get to see the actual show, We Ride Biker for Life, the series. Again, We Ride B.F.L. That's short for Biker for Life. And you can type up We Ride Biker for Life, the series on the YouTube, because that's what it's going to link you to. You'll get to see all the artwork and some of the people that I painted, some of the people that I've interviewed, including the clothing. I'm wearing one now. And the website is, I'm still working on the website, but you can go to the We Ride Biker for Life fan page on Facebook. You can take a look at the different clubs that support, as well as the different items that we have available. And if you all just want to see what I got, you can hit me up on my number, 773-551-2904. And I'll just send you all a link to everything I got that's available. Everything's for sale. Everything's for sale. I'm still trying to get the website finished up. I had it, I took it down because I wanted to look more professional. So, we got a lot of big size cats. So if you want to get like a 5X, it'll be a slot for that. Women, I have clothing for the women. I even have a kids line called Bring Your Kids. It's called Bring Your Kids because We Ride Biker for Life's motto is don't bring your kids. So that's a little funny that I made. You all will see that on the show. Y'all will get to understand what that means, including the mini commercials with my nieces. So I did that. I also have, we intend on bringing it back in March. Along with the health supplements, the power water, and the ammo packs, that's available. That's made according to the client. You'll see that on the We Ride for a Cure page, the whole pictures and everything. And on TikTok, I guess I'm a celebrity on TikTok now. I can't even think of what. I think it's We Ride. I think it's WRBFL. I think it's that one. But don't worry, if you hit me, I'll link it to you. I'm still getting used to all this stuff, guys. But the artwork, the clothing, it has its own personal story. I'll give y'all a quick story. I'm in Kansas. I call Kansas City my second home. I was doing an event for my club, and I was on my way home. I was taking a Greyhound. I was on my way home. We're in St. Louis. I'm sorry. We were on our way to St. Louis because that's one of the stops. I got 3 tote boxes and a computer bag. This night, for some reason, a guy decided that he wanted to transport some drugs by way of the bus, right? Now, just keep that in mind. The Kansas City Police Department, they stay at the Greyhound because the police department is literally 5 minutes away. So they got the dogs in the truck. And the dog is going off because it's right by the bus. They smelling something. They going nuts. So the police go and try to figure out what's going on. So obviously, if the dog is going off, either somebody bothering the dog or the dog is recognizing something that ain't supposed to be there. So instead of us getting on the bus going to St. Louis on our way back to Chicago at 10:25, we didn't get on the bus until midnight because they searched the bus. And they got the products. However, even though they got the guy, everybody had to be searched before they got on the bus. And I got 4 tote boxes and a computer bag. Take down. So now they're asking, is there anything that you need to tell us you got in these boxes? I said, all I got is my artwork and my clothing. I had to open it. One of the police officers was looking at me really, really hard, like something was about to happen. So I carefully opened up the tote box, and you see the We Ride shirts in the box. And the cop that was looking at me real hard said, I knew it. He turns around and sees his partner. He said, this is the biker artist I've been watching on YouTube that I told you about. Then he turns around and says, tell me you got a 2X in there. The whole Greyhound place went nuts. They went silent. I was like, after my heartbeat went down, like, okay, yeah, I got some, cool. The only thing that I hate about that was I couldn't take a picture of the cops because they was in uniform and it was in the middle of a drug bust, but they did buy shirts. So I became a celebrity at the Kansas City Greyhound bus station ever since that day. So that's one of my moments of We Ride Biker for Life. I love it, man. I love it. So I had another moment that dealt with some OLs in Florida. And I did a picture for a guy. I met him out there. The actual picture is called gosh, I can't remember. The Next Episode. It was based off of a bike a dude in Fresno, California built. He bought a shirt. I sent him thanks and everything. And I actually interviewed him, and he told me the story about this bike he built called The Next Episode. And that bike, usually when they finish building the bike, they take it out on the road to test it. The test lasted 3 days instead of an hour. They took it everywhere, and he told me the story about this bike and everything that took place that weekend. And I said, bro, I got to draw this picture. He's like, man, you got my blessings. He was in Florida, 10 minutes away from my godbrother's place. I went to go see him. I presented him the picture. He was delivering a bike. I didn't know it was that close to my brother's place. So I actually got to see him and show him the picture and, just show him love. That picture was at a place called Quaker Steak and Lube in Clearwater, Florida. I'm the first African-American to actually have a display at Quaker Steak and Lube, and I actually sold out those paintings. First guy to do it. And I almost missed that opportunity because the guy that ran it, when I told him I was running late and I showed him the picture, first thing he said was, you got any more of these? I'm like, yeah, I got a whole box. I was trying to set up. He said, well, look, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to charge you to set up. You can set up right here on our booth. But can you donate at least $25 of your materials for our raffle? I said, it's done. I sold 40 paintings. I sold out on that painting that night. And that's my claim to fame at Quaker State. But that's 2 stories. I got a lot of them.
So We definitely getting you back for a part
We
two.
definitely getting you back for a part two.
We got to do that. That's a
We got to
given.
do that.
Um,
Gratitude.
on top of that, I
On
do
top of
want to
that,
emphasize
I do
that he
want to
does have the
emphasize that
artwork,
he
the
does have the
airbrushing,
artwork,
all that
the
stuff going
airbrushing,
on,
all that stuff
and
going on.
he
And
sent me some
he
pictures
sent me
that
some pictures
I'm going to
that
put up
I'm
onto the
going to put up onto the
and let you
and
guys
let you
check that out.
check it out.
Um,
Um,
what kind of information
what
can you
kind of
give us
information can you
about your
give us
book
about your
before
book
we hop
before
off here for
we
this evening?
hop off here for this evening?
Okay, the book is called F.U. I'm Not Dying. That's my cancer story. Again, F.U. I'm Not Dying, my cancer story. And that's exactly what I said when I first found out that I had it. Okay. And it's my story of how I came up in Chicago, and the day that it hit and everything that took place. The book, it talks about my story, but it also gives a guide of how to beat this. And I do mean beat it, using simple tactics, food preps, and in the book, I talk about the importance of a power team and what your power team should be consisted of. And this is based upon my personal experience of what I didn't have. And if I knew what I knew now, my mom and dad would still be alive today. Okay? Because it works that fast when you apply the method. But I talk about We Ride and how I did We Ride and how everybody that was a part of it kept me alive. Like people like Tommy Guns and Brother Buddha, founders of Chosen Breed MC. Tommy Guns is my childhood friend. Buddha kept me working while I was sick. My friend Twister from Street Soldiers, Tone from the Hawks MC, those two clubs in Sin City for 6.5 years kept me alive. The entire bike set, I worked. And when somebody asks me, what is it about the MC set that you love? I simply put it like this. Unlike any other societies that I've been a part of, the MC set never judged me. They took me as I was and welcomed me, allowed me to do my thing. Simple as that. A biker gave me a place to rest my head, didn't ask for a dime for 2 years, and said, man, get better. That means a lot. To people in Australia that's on the biker set that sent me messages saying, my mom had 2 tumors in her brain. I followed your regimen. The tumors are gone. To a guy on the street just walked up to me and said, I know you. I'm like, you do? I know they know me on Facebook for pain and stuff. He said, nah, man, you the soursop guy. I said, yeah. He said, man, can I give you a hug? You saved my mother. Whoo! Out of the blue. That means a lot. So I'm kind of getting teary-eyed because I still remember that day. I'm sorry, y'all. That hit me. That hit me hard. Like, don't know this man from a hole in the wall, but he saw the video and he applied it and it worked. So I'm seeing pictures now, people's medical reports, and they seeing the numbers go down, and people talking about they lost this weight they couldn't get off of them, to a person that had diabetes and they don't have to take the medicine that they was getting. They saving $200. A lady, my friend Bay Tharp, Miss Nasty out in Canton, Ohio, gave me, and I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. She bought an order and she gave me over $600. She's like, yo, you overpaid. She said, no, that's your money. That's what I was spending on medical stuff. I don't have to use it no more. That's for you. So this stuff works, man. It works. As I got blessed by Brother Sabi, who's no longer here, who told me when I told him I had colon cancer, and he said these exact words, it's in the book. Oh, you'll get rid of that real quick. Whoa. Just like that. To my elder telling me, now the healing is about to begin, and I got the receipts to show it. It works, man. That's what the book is about. It's a big book. When you read that book, you're gonna understand why I put the book in the pattern that I did. Because you are going to school. And whenever I get interviewed, somebody asks me questions about the book, I'm like, okay, remember this part when I said this? Remember what I told you I went through? That's what everybody goes through. They just go through it in a small portion. The candle ain't been lit yet. So now I'm trying to keep you from lighting that candle before you end up being like what I had. So that's what the book is about. And it's another book, I'm working on it now. It's called The Regiment. That's what I learned. And in the first book, you learn about it, but in the second book, I break it down to a science.
That's a bet. That's a bet. We're definitely gonna jump into that. If you could, sir, mute your phone for me. But we appreciate everything that you've given us tonight. We have ran definitely out of time. So definitely part two, three, four, five, six, and seven is going to be coming up. But I just want to say I appreciate all the viewers that kept calling, that kept texting, like, yo, I need this, I need that. We appreciate y'all. This has been an awesome show. But we're going to have to end it tonight, unfortunately. However, go back, like, share, subscribe, go back and review it. We have all the information on our pages. You have his information as well. So we're going to go ahead and end this show, man. It's a great show. We don't want to leave, but we got to. Hey, peace and prosperity. Blessings to everyone. Happy New Year. Make it a blessed and healthy and safe New Year, especially messing with us. Trying not to cuss as much. Uh, but it's Trouble, aka Left Lane Bully, Frost.
So, as you already know, it's that one guy, Frost, coming at you. And what we are going to do is we are going to make sure we get all the links, all the information, everything that you're wanting, and we're going to make sure that we get it out there to you guys. Hit up the email down here on the ticker, kickstandsdown@gmail.com. Make sure to send us any information, any questions, any comments, anything like that right there. We can get it, we can access it, and we can get right back to you. I do want to say thank you, sir, for coming out and doing this episode for us. Thank you to all the
Absolutely.
followers, and thank you for throwing that down there because we needed that down there. Um, I hope everyone had wonderful holidays. I hope everyone had a great new year, and I hope everyone enjoyed this show. So I appreciate it all.
Yes, sir.